this Bad Bunny thing, which actually feels like kind of lighthearted to talk about. Actually, like hour one was kind of a downer. I apologize.
I would just like to say, full disclosure, I have never heard of Bad Bunny until
Bad
this
Bunny
week.
is so they insert. The only reason I know about him is because they inserted him in Happy Gilmore 2, and I was like, who is this guy that they're making like a main character of Happy Gilmore 2 that I've never heard of before? And he's just like, oh, it's Bad Bunny. You don't know who Bad Bunny is? I'm like, who?
I have all of his albums. Is he a musician? Is that what
He's
he
a
does?
musician. Yeah. Well, this,
I think he's the guy that's Bad Bunny. He sells those fidget spinners at the mall.
And this is like what's kind of interesting about.
rabbits?
There he is. There's
Yes.
Bad Bunny. He's sort of dressed in female garb, but there he's really in female garb. Apparently, I think this is like prosthetics and things. He's he's very interesting. He's Puerto
No,
Rican.
those are natural. Those are natural.
He's Puerto Rican. Yeah. And
Puerto Rican tattoos.
apparently the angle here. Yeah, I mean, if Daisy, if you want to come in and fill us in, like let's just do it. But apparently the angle here is that the NFL is trying to get more and more international. Americans are not huge on Bad Bunny, at least not compared to the international audience. This is why the NFL is going to London and they're doing all these.
Yeah, he's really big in like Latin America, South America.
Because doesn't he sing in Spanish or whatever?
Well, there you go. That's why. So
I like Despacito.
One of the
we literally had to
Of course.
blur this out.
Yeah, like
for
there
the
are
stream.
crossover songs, but he doesn't have any. But something that I want to say though is that I looked this up and I actually spoke to some contacts in the industry about this, and they said the way it works with these selections, and people keep coming to me and they'll say why is it that rock hasn't had a single act in 16 years? And so for the last at least 5 or 6 years, Jay-Z and Rock Nation, so Barack Obama's best friend Jay-Z and Rock Nation have an exclusive contract for the Super Bowl, for the halftime show, and they actually have a ton of pull when it comes to like the Grammys and who gets to perform and things like that. So it's a very deliberate corporate push. That's why you see him inserted into the Netflix Happy Gilmore 2 movie. That's why you see him pushed up at the Super Bowl halftime show. It is not because of, to Andrew's point, it is not because the fans are clamoring for this. It's because they're trying to open.
And this
new
is what's
markets.
crazy.
And because they have a deal with Jay-Z.
He doesn't even sing songs in English. He's got no songs in. And by the way, hi Daisy.
Hi. He has songs where other English speakers are on them and they sing in English, but he does not sing in English at all.
That's wild.
Anything that he sings is in Spanish.
Do we have an example of this?
And he's also said that he will only sing in Spanish to pay homage
Like
to his
what
heritage.
kind of country are we living in? Like this is America's
But-
favorite sport.
I sent this earlier. He was globally the #1 most streamed artist 2020, 2021, and 2022. 2024, he was sitting at the 3rd most streamed artist in the world. And his most popular locations are Latin America, but second to Latin America is the United States.
Well, I wonder why.
It said listeners age 13
So look at
to
this. And
27.
look at this. Is like some satanic video. I
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is.
Do we care? Do we care?
So this is.
Yes.
I kinda
We
care.
should care because this is, this is what they would say cultural colonization, right? So people would say that, oh, when America pushes cultural colonization across other countries, with American movies and American film and portraying American values, this is reverse cultural colonization to America, where because we've taken in so many millions of migrants from Latin America and South America that have come up now America has a market for this that is totally different from the core American population. And that's why they're trying to merge that by putting it in with the NFL, which is obviously an American institution. They're saying, oh, well, we can merge these all together now. And again, they're going for that market share. It's literally just a business move because of these massive fluctuations in our culture.
I was a big fan of Taylor Swift being at all these football games, and people had complained about it. And the
me.
reason why it was good is
Daisy
that
was too, by the way.
it's very good. It was very, very good news. Why?
Daisy was also on the wrong side with you.
Young women, young teenage girls would come into the living room where their dads were watching football and say, I want to sit and watch this with you, Dad. And that gave an opportunity for fathers to connect with their children and try and strengthen those bonds. A lot of people complained about it, like, why do we have Taylor Swift here? It's like, let that happen. You know why they're doing the Bad Bunny thing now is the kids who may start watching football are now going to get the weird leftist stuff injected into the football games so they can try and reverse that trend we saw from Taylor Swift.
Well, and they've been doing they've been using the NFL for social engineering all the way back to when Barack Obama was cutting deals with the Baltimore Ravens to push Obamacare. So they've understood the use of the NFL, and the left has understood the use of the NFL, pop culture. Again, Netflix, the Obamas have a huge deal with Netflix on the production side, a lot of money laundering obviously going on there. Then obviously now you got Jay-Z, who's Obama's literal best friend, and Beyonce, who are in charge of selection process for these halftime shows. And so what do they use? They push the cultural engineering, they push this on top of you, and people came down on me for, talking about Taylor Swift 2 years ago, 100% right, by the way. And now that, and proven right as well. And now they're doing the exact same thing with Bad Bunny. And I really do think that you can't have that discussion without talking about these massive population demographic shifts in our country that are going on. You just can't.
It's not going to work. And I'll give you a really good example. I was watching this movie with Chris Pratt and I think Millie Bobby Brown or whatever. You know that robot one? Did you guys watch that?
I watched
on
that,
Netflix?
yeah. I watched that.
Well, did you
It
notice the
was
music
really
was all
weird.
like late 80s rock and early 90s?
It's set in the 90s, yeah, oddly.
So I'm watching all these films and I'm wondering why it is like they're playing songs from 30 years ago in their soundtracks because rock works in a lot of these action movies. We don't have strong modern rock.
No.
But it's still apparent to people who make movies that you need it. They have tried to force the evolution of culture. It doesn't work. If you go back in time and look at the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you can see how music evolves over time.
Each decade has like a set sound.
The industry, and you can see when they came in and when they went, like
Totally.
how disco moves in, and the pop changes, how rock evolves. They have tried over the past 20 years to hard stop American culture and music
Yes.
and inject a foreign world, kind of theme to change American culture. It doesn't work. And that's what they're going to see with Get Woke Go Broke when people complain about this, and they're not. They're going to try and internationalize or whatever, but they're going to lose American audience.
But this is the one pushback to that is to Jack's point. They've imported the international audience into our domestic audience.
But when you have a popular vote winner in Donald Trump and a demand for immigration,
The response is simple here. Bring on Creed. We need Creed. We need Scott Stapp. We
I'm
need them
literally-
flying
because-
down
so-
from the rafters. The
Let me-
greatest halftime show that has ever taken
let me
place.
let me give the audience
which
a little
wasn't even a
context.
Super Bowl show, by the way.
Let me give the audience-
That was the peak of America.
All right, hold on.
2004.
Let me give
Right,
the audience a little context. Jack,
Super Bowl.
in response to this, tweeted out something along the lines, there's only one response. We need Creed. I'm literally, it's because, you
By the way,
you
I
weren't a
did
fan of
not
this.
have approval from TPUSA.
No. So
to
this is
tweet
what's
that.
hilarious. I'm getting multiple inquiries from the media right
So
now,
have I.
saying I would like a comment on is Turning
Is
Point
Turning Point
planning
holding a TPUSA
competing
show with Creed?
are they planning a competing halftime show with Creed? And I was like, well, I wasn't. Daisy,
I
you have
think I'm
something to
too
say.
young.
This is how I
think
work
I'm
with
too young
Andrew.
for
I just
the-
tweet
for the
stuff
Creed-
randomly,
Yeah,
and
you
Andrew's like,
manifest
for the Creed conversation, but I'm open to it. But my question is,
wait, Daisy, hold on.
yes,
What? Because I had a pitch for you too.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for this. And this, and I'm going to say this, and people forget I said this at CPAC as well. What if we invite Taylor?
It's just not even a possibility.
Why not?
But
Whoa!
my-
Why
Hold
is
on,
it not a
let her
possibility?
finish. She had a point, she had a point.
My question is, Bad Bunny only sings in Spanish. Are they trying to, back to Tim's point, are they trying to broaden their audience to more international? Or they said 61% of Bad Bunny's listeners are 13 to 27. So are they trying to, they've already been losing their older audience. The NFL has been losing their older audience from the kneeling, from the
end
racism in the end zones. So they already have this newfound Gen Z audience. They're like, oh, Gen Z's most streamed artist for the last 5 years is Bad Bunny. Let's
That
have
true?
him.
It's terrifying.
Most streamed
Yeah,
artist
again,
globally.
this is
2020,
just-
2020, 2022.
let me.
It's all
I'll let you in on
downstream
a
of the
secret.
Great Migration. This is
I'll
all
let you in on
about
a
the
Let's
Great
not talk
Migration.
over each other. Yeah, one at a
Sorry,
time.
the secret is streams are all fake. The reason why they got off of the sales model is because they control streams. People go on their streaming app, they click modern music, and then the labels in the industry say, play Bad Bunny 100 times. That's the way it works.
So it's not people going in selecting, I want to listen to Bad Bunny.
It's there's always been with radio, who gets to be on radio, it's coveted, right?
Payola, yeah.
Not even payola. Just the record labels would say, here's the songs we want in rotation that we have for you. And so were you chosen by the label to be in that list?
Sure.
There's finite space. Streaming's no different. Billboard used to track sales. They barely track sales anymore. Now it streams. And now you have bands and artists you've never heard of, somehow the top charting artists. Yeah, because they just inject them and tell you they're popular.
Interesting. Who decides that?
The streaming platforms.